Hello! Welcome to Bad at Board Games. My name is Brad Lake, and I'm bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today, I'm going to be going over 10 games that played. We just haven't had formal reviews on. So these are going to be quick BGG ratings. This isn't going to take 30 minutes for one. It might take 10 minutes for 10. So I thought I'd rapid fire through these as best I can because I like to talk. And just go over some games that, I've kind of wanted to talk about one way or the other, or Toph and I haven't had a chance to play together, had them for maybe even a year at some of these. And I just thought, well, I'll just give you my opinions real quick about each one of these games. These are in no particular order, and I've just got 2 stacks here. And I thought I'd talk about them because I don't know if there's ever going to be a long video about them. So let's take a look. What do I got? So this was when I was in the Board Game Co. Quackalope crowdfunding frenzy. Battle of the Ancients. It's a chit driven battle game between 2 people. Can be more, but it much smaller box than I would have thought. I like the artwork a lot. Artwork does draw me in, and you basically have several different factions you can play, and you have a grid map, and you're constantly spawning monsters and battling each other in ways, getting objectives so that you can level up your characters and then go and fight the other person. There's some dice in it. There's some mitigation in it. I have played it with my son. My son liked it. I would say for us, this is probably a 7. I might even say 7 minus, 6.5 to 7, right? It was nice to play. I don't think I'm going to pull it out all the time. I want to play a few more of the factions, but I don't necessarily see this sticking around in my collection. I could see this being cold, so it kind of gives you an idea. It's like, yeah, I liked it, but I'm like, I don't think you need to look into it and be kind of a chit-driven battle person kind of thing. It's got a couple maps. It's got a few 3-dimensional terrain pieces, walls, and such. But, yeah. So that's what I have to say about that. And a little Forrest Gump for you. Battle Tales. Dark Venture, Battle of the Ancients. That's what that one is from. And it's an indie designer. And that was one of the other reasons I did decide to back it. This one is very, very pretty, from DeVere Games. And it's Bitoku. Toph has not played this with me. My son loves this game. He kicks crap out of me when we play this game. So this is beautiful. I actually like this game. My problem with this game is the setup. There's a lot. There's just a lot of chits, and there's no organization, and I've got everything in baggies now. But I think I haven't been able to play this more than 2 players, and I think this would really shine at 3, because then you're having to make some tougher decisions because you're picking different things that are going to help level you up, and then there's a river that you cross to go get more Bitoku and things like that. And I think if you had that 3rd player, it would add a little bit more push and pull to it. I've enjoyed it too, but it is hard to table. So for me, it's a 7. I think if it was easier to table, it could probably be a 7.5, maybe even an 8. I'm not going to be getting rid of it, but I do think it's a pretty game. But just realize it's a commitment to pull out and set up and everything. This one I got for my stepson because he likes cars, and I'd heard decent things about this. It's a retail game, Funko, Fast and the Furious. It's interesting. My problem is I don't want to play it again. I've played it a couple times now, and it's probably overly hard for what a retail game should be. I think it could be more fun. So I'm giving this one like a 5. I wouldn't recommend this. I don't really want to play it again. However, with your kids, if they want to play something, you're going to play it again. But that's kind of where I am with this one. Fast and Furious, not a lot to say, but I'd heard good things. Like you get to launch your car at the tanks and the helicopters and stuff like that. And it has this kind of neat and fun theme about it. I just wish it was more grandiose in it versus like a chunky. I'm not looking for this to be chunky and difficult. I want it to be a little easier and a little bit more like, I threw my guy up there and he did this, and you're jumping from car to car. It's kind of neat, but at the same time, I'm good. This one you can't get. This was my predecessor to Zombicide, actually. I thought I would like this more. This is it's kind of a tower defense game where you're in the heart of a dungeon. You're the bad guys. You're protecting the heart from all the villagers and the heroes that are coming in. And that references an old video game that I liked. And, I've enjoyed this. I thought, and I like this solo. I really do. It's not that I don't like it co-op, but this is one of those games, like most co-ops, you don't really work together, or if somebody tries to go off and do their own thing, you're going to lose. So I find the puzzle as a solo of this really fun. I give this an 8 out of 10. I enjoy it. I would recommend it. Problem is, I guess, with the company is, I don't know if there's financial things going on with them. They're trying to get another Kickstarter going, but just a lot of drama. I would probably, based on what I know, I would probably steer clear of the next Kickstarter of this. And, I'd probably pay more after it delivered just so that I know it actually delivered. But I wish they had their stuff, together, because I enjoyed the game and it would be cool to see another one come out. This one, I don't know if I'll ever get Toph to play this, but I've had the crew of Take That people play this, and I like this game. I want to play this a few more times. I can't really review it until that, but this is Take That. Can overstay its welcome. I would recommend playing with the smaller planet. You can have less, and so I would definitely recommend that. But you're flipping over cards, and everybody else may get to go before you because other cards keep getting flipped over, and then somebody's going to come over and punch you in the gullet and take your planets out of your mouth. It's weird. It's quirky. Extremely Take That, and a lot of fun. I like Cosmic Frog. For me, it's an 8 out of 10, but it can overstay its welcome, which kind of like can break it down to a 7.5. But I like that whole Take That. I like the cards. I like the map. The production is really great, and it's extremely unique. Like this is a niche kind of thing. It might be an 8 for me, but I can't say it's going to ever be an 8 for anybody else. Try it out, see if it's for you, but I wouldn't recommend going and buying it until you have a chance to play it. So let's see. Outer Rim. I like this game. I got this on Game Days, Game Nerds, Game Day, whatever, really cheap. Probably half what you're able to get it for right now. So I kind of maybe watch for a holiday sale. I think I got this for like $30, $35, and it sells for $60 or $50. But played this solo. The only downside to this game I have with it is the length of time it takes. I kind of want it to be a little bit shorter, maybe like a half an hour shorter than how it plays out. And I've heard that that's kind of common. I need to play this with Ashby because Ashby's another big Star Wars person. This isn't going to be like play this with Toph, because I think games like this, I like the mechanic. It's pick up, deliver, bounty hunter, avoid the Imperials, things of that nature. But if you don't like I like the Star Wars universe, so it kind of helps knowing what all those things that are flipping up and the planets that they have. So if you like Star Wars, you will probably like this. Just know this is a little bit longer pick up and deliver than you would expect. The what's the time on it? Or I forgot. Doesn't even say. I don't know. It's a couple hour commitment. Like I said, it's longer than you think it should be. 1 to 4 players. Where's the time? There it is. 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, they're even saying on the box 2 to 3 hours. This is just a longer game, and I think it should be 1.5 to 2 hour game. It ends up being 2 to 3 hours. So, I felt like I was playing through it, but pretty quickly. But you get to upgrade your ship. you know, and things like that that are cool. I like the game. I want to get the expansion to this to try that and see what that's like. But yeah. So my rating of this, I would say this is a 7 out of 10, and I like it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. Maybe 7.5. Like, so, but it's another one of those. I think you have to like Star Wars, and then you have to like some kind of pick up and deliver, and then realize it's a longer game. Look at those 3 factors. If that doesn't detract you, then check it out. wait for a big Games Day sale or something, because these do go on sale at least twice a year. It seems that they drop in price. Christmas and like the Game Day nerds kind of thing. Next, just played this with my son again. Dinosaur World. This doesn't have a really good rating on BGG, but I've enjoyed it. Like, it gives me that Jurassic Park, building the park feel, and which I find enjoyable. I've got a couple of expansions, still haven't played those, just played the base game. Now, is it wow and wonderful and yeah, you know, no, but like there's something about it that I enjoy building this park. It's a lot, right? So you're going to be taking up a lot of table space, but at the same time, I think it's, I don't know. I'm sure I am in the minority with this game. I have thought about calling this, and then my son wanted something like a builder-ish build something game, and this is build a park. So we played this, and I'm like, yeah, I do like it. I just don't get it to the table often. Toph wants to play this, just hasn't had a chance to play it. So my rating on this, I would say, is a 7. You know, it's not stellar, it's not horrible. I'd play it again. Not going to get rid of it. At least I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. But Dinosaur World, I'm pretty happy with it. This one is one of the few area control games that I like right now. Kemet. I know some people love this game, and I don't think it matters which version of Kemet you get. This is Blood and Sand. This is the newer one, but they have a bunch of technology tiles, and I like all of that. And you can kind of look and see, and if you can figure out the chaining, you know, it's really going to launch you. You're going to get more and more powerful as the game goes on, as you get all these technology tiles, depending on how many players you're going to have. And it has a nice way that everything sets up with the game trays that are in it. But it's a battler game, but I think people who don't like battle could even like this, because it's area control, right? It's area control battle, and you know, you kind of know who's going to win based on how many people you have and what the power is at that time. And then it has that Ankh mechanic in it, where, or a lot of mechanics that use this, you have 5 cards. Everybody has the same 5 battle cards. And when you have a battle that happens, you flip that card over, you look at the strength of your army, plus the strength of your cards, plus the strength of maybe some, like you may have a scorpion or a sphinx or something that goes along with it. And then you get the result, and you keep going until there's nobody left, or you retreat. So, you know, and that's how you get points. You're going to want to expand and go out. And I like that, so that, you know, it keeps you from turtling and being, oh, I won because I turtled. I know, like, Toph, that's a strategy of his. He doesn't like attack. He doesn't like aggression. He doesn't like going after people. But this game, that's kind of what this is about. And that's what attracts me to it. For me personally, this is going to be another one. A lot of these are going to be around 7s, you know, spoiler, I guess. But I want to play it more. I could see this one, the more I play it, going up. It's just hard for me to play a whole bunch of different games and play the same thing over and over, because I continue to try to play a new game every week, learn a new game every week, which isn't as many as some of the other channels. But for me, it's a lot. So that's where I'm at with this. Can't reach it. This one is beloved on BGG. This is like, don't talk bad about this game. Or you'll rot. People will block you on Facebook and Instagram and everything if you say this is a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's my favorite game either. I know a lot of people like this is a good medium weight game. There's a lot of good mechanics in here. I think the art in the box is better than the art on the box. I want a more Indiana Jones feeling from this game, and I think that's what they're trying to go for. I just don't get that feeling. It's got a tech tree and you're exploring and stuff. And the cards that you can get from the market at the top are really nice. For me, this is a 7. I'll play it. I'm not really asking to play it though. There's other games that I want to pull out more than I want to pull this one out. So I'm kind of telling you guys this too, is like, these are things I like, and you identify with that. You might like other games that I find cool later. And if you think, Brad, you're crazy, that's the greatest game ever, and there's probably a disconnect. Hopefully you still like watching me. Maybe the games I like aren't gonna work for you, and so you shouldn't waste your money on things that I like. So for that instance, this is another one. I like this game. I like this game more so because of the show than anything. And the comics. I've read all the comics, and I kickstarted this from Gen Con, and a lot of people don't even know this exists. And that's kind of why I was going to do, I was gonna be like, oh, I got the game, but like nobody talks about it. I would probably have 50 people watch the video if I did a review on this. But I've had the little Homelander sitting here on the table that my son painted for me. But I like the game. Now so out of the box, the game's probably a 6. We have all played it. We played it to the max player count. It drags on a bit, I think. And then we talked about, like, there's some house rules we would make with this game. And I know I just talked about Beast and not wanting to do that, but like, I like the theme. I like what they're trying to do. It's kind of an abstract boss battler where you're just trying to build up and get all this strength so that you can go and defeat Homelander because you have enough strength. And you know how strong Homelander is, and he's got on a timer, and he's getting ready to destroy everything. So if you don't ramp up and build up your team fast enough, then you're out. And there's different teams you can have. You can have like a government team, all the different ones from the comic books. So there's a couple mechanics. I think they need to make it so that it's easier to get and build your team up faster, so the game doesn't take so long. So it's kind of one of those, how might you make a few house rules to tweak it and make it a little bit faster, even like a half an hour. And granted, we were playing at max player count. We had like 5 people playing this. Might have been 6. I don't even remember. I've got the sleeve on it. But like it to be a little bit shorter and be able to get and build your team up faster. And, so as is out of the box, I would say it's a 6. For me, I would say that would be for you. And it may be even lower than that. But for me, it's a 7. And if I could get the rules tweaked right, it might be a 7.5 or an 8. Because I like the theme and everything and all the horribleness that is the comic book and the TV show on Amazon. So that's kind of it. That's 10 games in what? Let's see. We're about less than 20 minutes, probably after I get this edited. Let me know what you think. Do you hate these games? Do you love these games? Lost Ruins of Arnak, where's that for you? Cosmic Frog, no way. This would have any of you even heard of this one? So I would be interested. I'm always curious to see how we vibe and how we connect, and just comment down in the bottom and let me know if you like these things. I'm gonna try to do another one with Toph today, and that way you'll see, like, here's 20 games that we have not had a chance to review, but we want to give you our opinion on them. So just remember, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, with family, or friends, enjoy whatever you are bringing to the table. Have a great night. Bye.